Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings all. Listen, one of these days, somebody's going to have to come show me what exactly Facebook done did with the comment section when you go live on the laptop. Because I always got to get my computer, my phone now, so I can see the live. So I don't want to miss out on your comments. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Yes, here we go. Hey, Jennifer. Peace, Toya. Peace, peace, peace. So glad y'all are here. Peace and blessings to you all. Many blessings to you. I thank you for attending. Today we're going to talk about how to have a spiritual practice. This seems to be the question of the week. I've had this question come through my inbox multiple times or on a post of people trying to figure out how exactly to have a spiritual practice. So I wanted to help introduce you to that space. My name is Sharonda L. Barksdale, aka Empress Shay, and the name of my business is Authentically Your Expressions. I help you have your most authentic life, the life that's true to who you are, not the life you're trying to flex for everybody, not the life that you wish you could have had, the one that is true so that you can live it to the fullest and have the happiness you deserve. So I welcome you to this space today. Also, I have a virtual school called Smile, the Self Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. At Smile, we're learning things like how to have a spiritual life and how to connect with ancestors and how to master ourselves so that we can have an excellent spiritual practice. Hey, Trent. Peace. So I'm glad y'all are with me today. Let's get in. So, like I said, hopefully some of you, it's a rarity that I just impart this kind of knowledge to people outside of Smile. But if you would like, go ahead and grab your pen and your paper to take notes. If you are struggling with your spiritual journey, because I put a post up on Facebook about having a spiritual journey and what it means to respond from your spiritual practice versus responding from your emotional conditioning. Yes, that was the post that I put up. And we're trying to learn how to respond from your emotional conditioning. I have to remember sometimes when I'm doing it from my laptop, I need a mic a little bit closer to me. So hopefully you can hear me well. So, yeah, we want to learn how to not be so emotionally reactive and learn more about what it is to have a spiritual practice and how you can respond from that space. We're doing too much. Everybody's in their feelings about something, everybody's angry about something, everybody's sad, everybody's depressed, everybody's going through something right now, and that's okay. That part is okay. Peace, Quita. That's okay. You can have emotions, but the idea behind being on a spiritual journey is to operate as a spiritual being. When you become a spiritual being, that means you know that your spirit lives eternally. So you're trying to operate from the space of spiritualness versus operating from a place of my feelings are hurt because this person said this to me. That's a human condition. The human condition gets caught up on the things that people in humanity do and say. As a spiritual being, you came on earth to help lift the vibration of some of that junk that's here. And this is specifically for people who call themselves spiritualists. Other people ain't trying to lift the vibration. Other people ain't trying to have a better life. They're not trying to heal generational wounds. And that's their business. Fine. You who says, I'm on a spiritual journey and I'm on a spiritual path and I have all these practices, you need to be arming yourself with everything you need to elevate who you are and the people around you. Okay? So that's what I do as a spiritual life empowerment coach. I'm helping you get you so that you can go do the work that you're doing out here in these streets. So let's start. How to create a spiritual practice, okay? So number one, so many people walk. I'm not even sure what's going on in these streets, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. We're doing spirituality, but nobody really knows what it means to have a spiritual practice. So, number one, first you've got to remind yourself why you came to spirituality in the first place. If you're trying to establish a spiritual practice, meaning something that you're doing on a daily basis, number one, remind yourself why you're here. Can anybody tell me what made them come to spirituality? Just type it in the comments for me. What brought you to spirituality? For some people, it was rebellion. People taught them Christianity for years or some form of religion for so years, and you wanted to rebel against the whole process because, damn, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't resonate with me. It makes me feel contained. It feels like y'all are telling me lies. There was a true rebellion. Rebellion doesn't have to be a negative word, by the way. Negative, it doesn't have to be negative. So share with me why you feel like you came to spirituality. Jennifer said she was deploying to Afghanistan. Oh, is that what triggered it? Oh, you have to tell me more about that, Jennifer. Quita said childhood trauma. Childhood trauma does it for a lot of people. Honestly, Quita, I work with a lot of people. Sis, I'm telling you, at least 98 easily percent of the people that I work with have some form of childhood trauma. So that really does bring them. Because it's like, how did you treat me so bad as a child? And you called yourself a Christian, or you called yourself Islam, following the laws of Islam and all this stuff. But why am I being beat up so bad? Why do I have so much trauma? So we go into a spiritual space. Trina said I was in a rut and I couldn't get out of myself. That'll do it. That's another one. I'm stuck. I feel stuck. What is going to help me not feel stuck? I've tried everything else. Now I'm going to spirituality. Remember, remind yourself, why am I here? What brought me here in the first place? Why am I in a spiritual path? Why do I want to find this level of freedom so I could find healing? For some people, it was, like I said, pain. Whether it was childhood trauma or it was something recent, like a breakup, heartbreak. Heartbreak, man, probably more than childhood trauma, maybe. They kind of go hand in hand, honestly. But I have a lot of people who come to spirituality because of a heartbreak. They just broke up and got out of a relationship. Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with when we come into. You have to know, why did I come to spirituality? The reason you need to know why you came here in the first place, because that is the part of you you have to surrender. Hear me clearly. Whatever the reason is for you coming into spirituality is the part that you're pushing into spirituality. You're giving over to the divine. You're giving over to your ancestors. You're giving over to the deities to help you heal. We come into the spiritual space and still hold on to pain. We hold on to trauma. We hold on to the person. We tell the story over and over again how this one person broke our heart. But you came into spirituality for freedom. You cannot gain the freedom of spiritual work if you're going to cling hold onto whatever brought you here in the first place. It's an exchange. It is a true exchange. If you're going to come to spirituality for something, then you have to give something. I need this, so I'm going to give this. Depression is another one. Peace, Tori. Depression is another one. We come into it because we feel a lot of depression, so much sadness. It's hard for me to get out of the bed. It's hard for me to feel motivated. You have to exchange that. I want to give over my depression for some peace or for some joy or for some love. Because that's what you're entering spirituality for. That's how you form the base of your spiritual practice. Your spiritual practice does not have to look like anyone else's. Isn't that free to know? Your spiritual practice does not need to look like anybody else's. This is yours. It's spirituality. It's not religion. It's not something that you have to conform to. It's not something that somebody's telling you how to do it. You get to decide. As a spiritual life empowerment coach, I empower you with your spiritual journey. I ain't going to tell you what your spiritual journey should look like. We're going to work through some things that's going to help you determine that for yourself. That's what I do. So when you're doing that, you're exchanging something. So if you come to me and you're saying, I need assistance on developing my spiritual practice, I'm going to determine I'm going to ask you questions that's going to help us determine, what does that goal look like? What is it that you could commit to doing on a daily basis that becomes a practice? Having a spiritual practice means there's some way that you're connecting to spirit itself on a daily basis. Daily and throughout the day. It shouldn't be one time. This should not be a one-time practice. You shouldn't do journaling one day a week or shadow work one day a week and then expect for healing to come. A practice, if you were playing in a band, if you're playing some form of sport, y'all practice often for long periods of time. So if you call yourself having a spiritual practice, this is something that needs to happen regularly, okay? So again, I'm reading what I wrote. This is a part of you that you have to surrender. Trying to hold on to what brought you here will keep you where you've always been. Trying to hold on to what brought you into spirituality in the first place will keep you in the same pain, the same depression, the same sadness. You're going to attract the same type of person who broke your heart in the first place. You're going to make the same decisions. You call yourself being rebellious, but you're not rebelling for the right reasons. You just don't want nobody to tell you nothing. So because you're rebelling against having information, you can't even heal with the information that is present. So that's the beginning. The base of your spiritual journey is going to be, why am I here? What is it that I'm surrendering to this process? What no longer serves me? What hurt me? I'm ready to let that shit go. That's got to go. So once you understand that, you know what to give spirit. You know what you're contending with. And so now, number 2, now you can find tools to assist you. That's number 2 in this journey. So first, if you just came on, first, when you're creating a spiritual practice, you're going to remind yourself of why you pursued spirituality in the first place. Why am I here? What am I looking for? What am I giving up? What am I surrendering? That's number 1. Because I know that this thing that hurt me so bad, got to go. It's got to go. So that's what we're looking at first. Number 2, now you can find some tools to do it with. Right, Quita? Okay? Now it's time to find some tools. Everybody gets caught up, and it's okay. You know, I ain't going to judge nobody because I love my crystals and stuff too. We get caught up in immediately. Spiritual journey means crystals. Spiritual journey means sage. Spiritual journey means they are all tools. We tend to forget that it is a tool. This crystal, this is desert jasper that I tend to keep around me often. This crystal does not hold more power than I do. It doesn't. This crystal does not hold more power than me. However, when I'm struggling with feeling centered, and forgive my baby for crying if y'all can hear him, but if you can program this, look up what desert jasper means. Look up what rose quartz means. Look up what amethyst means. Look up what those particular crystals serve and program it with your energy. All right, I'm looking for an abundance of wealth. I would like the wealth that's within me, within my ancestral line, the wealth that is wherever in my life, the wealth of people that I don't even know, the wealth of those who I pass by in the streets. I want to experience that wealth generationally with my family. I'm programming this Jasper to believe that I am worthy of wealth. So then in the moments where I'm struggling with belief, the moments that I'm, even in creation, it doesn't even have to be a negative thing. Sometimes it's truly, I'm sitting here creating a new program for my business, doing something for my school. So I want, and I know that I wanted to create wealth down the line, so that I may sometimes just sit and hold it. I do it during lives a lot because I have an expectation from this to create as I'm doing my work here on Facebook. Y'all are getting crystals and then talking about, what do I do with it now? What is it that I do with it? And got a bunch of crystals sitting around because they look pretty, but you're not programming your tools. Okay, so we go back to step 1. Say that you came into spirituality because you wanted to learn how to love yourself more. Say that's why. I need some self-love. I'm picking all the wrong people. I'm dating the wrong people. I got married to the wrong person. I need self-love. You go to the crystal shop. What crystals can I use to help assist me with self love? You can use some rose quartz, you can use some clear quartz, you can use this, and they'll give you these crystals to work with. That's what your tools are for, to sit and absorb the energy, program the energy, call upon the energy, and then absorb the energy so that you can be amplified by self love. But it doesn't stop there. We need multiple tools. If you know that you tend to make all kind of mistakes, journal. That's a conversation I've been having with people a lot more lately. Sometimes I encounter people who are natural journalers, but sometimes you got to remember, you got to put pen to paper. Y'all are around here. I'm be honest, y'all know I'm a life coach and I love therapy, but half the problems that we're having is because you're stuck here. You're keeping way too much information here and you're not letting it exit your body. Or you're talking to people who just, girl, you ain't never lied. You right. Girl, he don't need nothing. Or she ain't even nothing. I can't stand her ass. So you're recreating toxicity in your head. You're recreating what's toxic over and over again. And you wonder why you have toxic people around you. Journaling helps get some of this stuff that's replaying in your head out so then you feel less attracted to toxicity. How many people are really practicing the journal practice? That is another tool in your spiritual journey. Anybody? Is anybody really journaling out here? Don't tell me yes and you know you ain't. Spirit, no. Look, you ain't got to laugh at me. But you should be journaling and writing down your feelings. Having an altar. People are out here building altars and have no clue what this altar is for. It looks pretty. People take pictures on Facebook or show videos or something like that. It looks nice. Thank you, Tori. Tori said, no, I appreciate that transparency, baby. People are creating altars and you don't know who or what you're connecting with. And I get it because at the beginning for me, it was like, what am I doing this for now? Why do I need this altar? Who am I connecting with? And you're not doing the study behind it. That's why having a spiritual practice is so frustrating to you because you don't know why you're doing it. You're not doing the research. Trent said journaling is cathartic. Yes, I know Trent definitely journals. She gets them thoughts out. It's a release. It's a purge. Get it out. It's not serving you no good up in here. Y'all making yourselves crazy. And so this is what happened. Y'all are bleeding on people. You're bleeding. You let everything build up so much. You won't write it down. You won't hire a life coach. You won't go to a therapy. You won't take your medications. You won't eat healthy. You won't meditate. You won't do anything that's going to bring a form of healing other than talk about it. Oh, girl, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And you ain't doing shit. So you're not doing anything. And eventually all this shit builds up and you're bleeding on everybody. So now when you could have come to me, your life coach, you could have hired me and stopped buying whatever the fuck you buying. Excuse me, I get so irritated with that because investing in yourself is important. Whether it's coming to me, another life coach, a therapist, somebody that's going to help you process, you're doing other things with your money. Now you're bleeding on people. So when you finally show up, I don't get to have that beautiful you so we can work for goals. Now I can't work with you at all because you have now lost your mind. You've lost your entire mind because you didn't spend any time with your spiritual tools. You didn't go find help when you needed. So when you just needed a Band-Aid, I could have just put a couple of Band-Aids on you. Now I need to resuscitate your ass. I'm not resuscitating you. Not me. I can't even do it. I'm not called to. Jumpstart your heart. But you have to be practicing something on a daily basis. Gratitude on a daily basis is a practice. Waking up every morning and telling your ancestors, your angels, your archangels, your spirit guides, the deities that you work with, whatever you do on a daily basis, waking up and saying thank you. Thank you for this day. Please come surround my car as I travel. Set me up for a really good day. If something doesn't feel so good today, help me work through it. Help me be aware of me. Show me how I can help somebody else today. Show me how I can create wealth today. Asking and setting intentions for what you know. That is a tool. We're talking about how to create a spiritual practice now. If you hear, you're trying to learn how to practice this spirituality thing. Every day should look like something. If you're anything like me, I don't want every day to look the same. Some people need that consistency, and there's nothing wrong with that. Both ways work fine as long as you're doing it. Some people, every day needs to look like I woke up, I said thank you, I said my affirmations, I took a spiritual bath, I went to work, I said a few more affirmations, I journaled that night, I said thank you that night, and then I went to sleep. That's what it's going to look like for them every single day. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Spirit just wants you to be in full communion with itself. That's all Spirit's really asking for, to be in full communion with itself so it can help you navigate this world. Period. That's what this journey is about. But you're not using your tools. I want to see more of us, the ones who look like me. Not exactly like me, but you know what I mean. Actually practicing what we preach out here in these streets. And the way that I know is based off of what people say to me, whether or not they're actually practicing on a regular basis. And I love when people say to me, I don't even know how to practice. Oh, let's go. At least I know that you don't know what to do on a daily basis. I can't stand folks who want to come to me on some lying, talking about this is the work that they do. No, you don't, baby. No, you don't. Quit lying. Quit lying. You're not doing it. Mm-mm. It comes clear off of those people who meditate daily. You know they do. Their peace is different. Their peace is different. People who meditate daily, you know that they are going to something. There's got to be something helping them out. And we watch them and we admire them. Oh my God, I wish I could do that daily. And we can, but we make choices not to. So the second part of this process is having your tools. Peace, Sequoia. Having your tools available. Can anybody share with me what tools you have available? Journaling already came from Trend. Who else? Who else has some form of spiritual tool that you're using? Divination is fine. Divination is a absolute beautiful spiritual tool. Sitting down with your cards on a daily basis, pulling some cards out and asking Spirit, okay, what is this day going to look like? What do I need to know for this day? And then going forward with your day. Divination is fine. Water intention. I could go days. I could go on and on with tools, okay? First bottle of water of the day. I'm asking that this bottle of water be infused with love, self-love, happiness, peace, joy, all the things I need to help me get through this day. I know that things could come up within this day that could frustrate me or make me sad, but I'm asking that this bottle of water be filled with everything I need to make it through this day. Ashe. That was a spiritual practice, babies. That was a spiritual practice. Tarot cards, yes. Divination is fine. All of my baths are spiritual too, Trend. All of my baths are spiritual too. Yeah. So knowing how to create that space for yourself on a daily basis is what's going to give you your spiritual practice. I'm thankful to Erica because she tends to, when you order things from her, or like when I went to her table when she came to Atlanta, she has evil eyes. I always have one nearby. I usually am wearing one on one of my wrists, but I don't have it on right now. But yeah, I keep evil eyes nearby. That's part of my spiritual practice. Asking for protection. That's part of my spiritual practice. Having my candles, having some incense burning. That's what you see the smoke in front of you. Having some incense burning because I want an air element around me as I do my work. Having my candles. Having a candle nearby me is part of my spiritual practice because I want a fire element around me while I work. Having my crystals by me. Having my crystals by me. I got my notes in front of me. Having my crystals by me. Got a whole bag of them. Crystals. My tiger's eye. My necklace is tiger's eye. That's part of my spiritual practice. Going out in nature That's one for me too, Quita. I love going outside. When I leave from here, I'll go outside. Before I came in here, I was outside because I ground myself between talking to clients and things like that. Sunbathing, affirmation, absolutely. Absolutely. These are things that are part of a spiritual practice, but we're foregoing them and then we're snapping. We're forgetting about the practice part. Incorporating something to do with yourself. And we avoid these spaces. I take classes all of the time. I'm always in somebody's damn class. I'm in a class right now. After this class finishes, I'm going to be in another class because I want to heighten what I need for me. I'm going to get to y'all in a minute. Believe that. Spirit put me here to help other people get where they need to go, to receive that healing, to live an authentic life, to learn how to trust and love themselves, to learn how to trust and love other people, to identify their shadows and embrace them. I have a calling, and I've answered it. I've answered the call. I'm here, right? But I got to make sure she stays straight. Y'all are out here attempting to heal other people, and you're not staying straight. This is a perfect segue for me to say, I've hired 5 amazing coaches, 5, who will be starting with me come February 2022. And they bring in information that I would never be able to bring in my own, whether it's about manifestation, whether it's about art healing, using creativity through art to heal, whether it's intuitiveness, whether it's about happiness, whether it's about whatever it is that we do. Nutrition. We even have someone who is a vegan, and she's going to be teaching us how to eat. All of these tools are going to be available to you in one space for $50 a month. Are you willing to invest in that for yourself? Because that's the part that kind of boggles me sometimes. Because right now, it's only $25 a month. Right now, it's only $25 a month. And we almost have about 50 members. And I've offered it to y'all over and over again. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. However, we're unwilling to invest in that space. And that we'll still say, but I don't know how to have a spiritual practice. And I don't know how to do this. And I need somebody to help me do that. Y'all don't want to invest. This is an energy exchange out here. All of it is. Something goes out, something comes in, something goes in. Y'all are looking for everything to come in, and that's a problem. That's why you're struggling, because you're so constipated, because you're holding on and hoarding and expecting everything to be about you. You have to pass stuff out and then receive it back, and then pass it out and receive it back. There has to be some form of energy exchange for you to get and grow to what you need. So I'm always inviting you to come join SMILE, the Self-Mastery Institute for Learning Empowerment. Because you need this work. You need the work. Did anybody have any questions so far? I wish my phone just would save my, what's it called? Website. I pin it to my little clipboard and it just disappears. I'd be like, motherfucker. So that's my website. I like to pin it to the comments, just in case you want to come join SMILE. So anywho, part of having a spiritual practice is gaining tools. So again, these tools can look like crystals. These tools can look like meditation. This can all forms of grounding, divination, gratitude, journaling, smoking. I mean, it doesn't matter however you attach yourself to your spirituality. Eating shrooms, or however the fuck you do these shrooms. I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna do it one day. But whatever that is, whatever that experience is, so that you can have a higher connection with higher self, with spirit, with God, with ancestors, having your altar, having a place to commune with, placing your feet on the ground, touching the trees. There's all kinds of spiritual practice that you can incorporate every single day to remind yourself to stay connected. Y'all ain't connected and busting heads with these bullshitting people out here in these streets. People are not worth your time. Not for the shit you say you want to do. You can have a spiritual practice to create wealth. You can do that because you're asking things that are spiritual to be a part of your life so that you can grow. That's where the healing will take place. What is it about me that is rejecting wealth? Am I afraid of success? Do I have a poverty mindset? But no, we're going to sit around arguing with people about shit. Everybody needs me. No, fuck, they don't. I put a post up about that the other day, and everybody ignored it. I mean, an hour ago, they ignoring the shit out of that post because that post calls you out on yourself. Shouldn't say fuck them folks, okay? Absolutely, Tori. Absolutely. You've got to take this information in and do something with it. And that's step number 3. That is step number 3. Applying all of this work. First, we said that you're reminding yourself of why you came to spirituality in the first place. Why did I come? That's number 1, right? Number 2, I'm going to find what tools are going to assist me. Y'all know how I feel about meditation. I ain't really trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear nobody who says that they can't meditate. You can do whatever the hell you want to, and you do it. And you do it. You do whatever the hell you want to when you're good and damn ready. So I don't subscribe to I can't meditate. Does the mind go on and on? Yes. Put down a notepad next to you while you're meditating. Write down whatever thoughts come up. Go back to meditation. After the 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you said goes by, go back and see where your mind really goes. When you put that notepad next to you, you can see what the shit that you really be thinking about all the time. Meditate should be a part of everybody's practice. But I'll digress. Sequoia said my problem is thinking I need to learn more instead of doing the work. Sequoia, baby. You ain't the only one with that problem. You are not the I watch people all the time wanting to learn more and didn't apply the last damn thing. That's girl, you're right. Thank you for your transparency because that's a major. For me, that's why I take these classes. That's why I pay people to teach me shit so that I don't get caught up thinking I know everything that I'm giving y'all and there's no more to learn. That's why I pay people to teach me stuff. I do free stuff. I learn stuff on YouTube. Y'all know how I am about YouTube. I've learned a lot of things, but I also give people. I want there to be a true energy exchange where I can get something, and what I give, and I get. I give and I get, so that I don't fall victim to that. I understand what you mean. Thank you, Trend. If you can worry, you can meditate. If you can worry, you can meditate. Because it's the same thing. Practicing something over and over again. Over and over again. Oh my God, am I going to have the money for this? Oh my God, I'm going to have my... Versus, I'm going to have the money for this. Everything I need is in place. I am worthy of everything that I desire. I love my life and everything that comes in. I'm always open to the abundance of the universe. The universe is always providing for me. Do you understand why I'm able to rattle that kind of stuff off with ease? It's my spiritual practice. It's a part of my spiritual practice. The reason I'm able to come at you the way that I do is because it's part of my practice, not part of just the shit I want to tell everybody. So yeah, Sequoia, number 3 is just that. Applying it. Applying the work. There's a time where we have to come to ourselves and say, okay, I've learned this information. How does it show up? And I actually had the privilege, like I said before this live, to speak to a young lady. And she asked me, how? How does this become a part of my life? What do you mean by applying my spiritual practice versus my emotional conditioning? Let me explain. So, tomorrow, somebody pisses you the fuck off because they said you don't do enough to help around the house. Let's say somebody makes you mad. They're saying that you don't have anything to do. You don't help enough. You don't do enough around here. Number 1, when you're in spiritual practice and communion with spirit, first of all, your first thought should be, are they even really talking about me? We get defensive. Usually we get defensive because part of it's true. But are they really talking about me? What is the best way for me to deal with this situation? Is this somebody that I can cut off? Is this somebody who won't have no business worrying about what the fuck I'm doing in my house anyway? Is this something that may need to be addressed? Sometimes it needs to be addressed in a very aggressive way. Sometimes it don't. But in your spiritual practice, you don't emotionally react to everything. Because sometimes people's shit is their shit. Sometimes people's shit is theirs. So you don't have to take that on. You don't have to feel guilt or frustration or anything like that about somebody else's shit. So spirituality allows you to fall to your center, having a practice, grounding every day, reconnecting to the I amness of who you are. If you can connect to that, I am is not just I'm a mom, coach, and all this stuff. I am all that I am. I am the I am that connects to you, that connects to spirit, that connects to the sun, that connects to the water. I am all things. I have to come back to that every single day. My spirituality brings me back to the law of oneness that says that we're all one. So how I respond to you is kind of how I respond to myself. So when you respond to me, when you say something to me, how I respond to you is me responding to me. So I'm going to find peace in this shit. For me, I'm going to find peace. 9 times out of 10. I ain't going to say it's always going to look, it ain't going to look like what y'all think peace is supposed to look like. I'm going to get peace. We're going to get the peace. It might look stupid, but we're going to get peace. Okay? So I'm going to find peace. Today my peace is going to look like, you're going to leave me the fuck alone. You are not about to try to play me, and because you're feeling negative about yourself today, you're going to come telling me about myself. You're going to leave me alone, and I'll get to what the hell I'm going to get to in this house when I'm good and damn ready. While another day may look like, you know what, you're right. I'm so tired. I just haven't been feeling great lately, so I haven't been doing a lot. Just be patient with me. But you're going to find a way to get back to what you originally needed. What you originally needed was number one, what we talked about in the first place. Why did you come to spirituality? Why did you come here? I came so that I can have peace. Well, damn it, bring peace. Learn peace. Eat peace. Drink peace. Infuse your water with peace. Infuse your crystals with peace. Infuse everything that you touch. Your journal is about peace. When you wake up in the morning, allow me to be more peaceful. Whatever you said that you need from this journey, that's what you're supposed to be looking like. That's what it means to have a spiritual journey. That's what it means. Sequoia said, I'm definitely working on this. I can get mad so quick without thinking. Yeah, it happens. Thank you, Trin. Girl, that's that ring light. That's that ring light. Thank you, Trin. Yes, oneness. How I respond is truly how I feel about myself. So if I'm going all the way in, being insulting, there's a part of me that's insulted. There's a part of me that's insulted. That's why I don't get offended by people very much anymore, because I know your shit is yours. You ain't giving me none of that. I'm not taking it. So what you're supposed to be doing, for those who may have just joined, I know quite a few of y'all have been here, but developing spiritual practice looks like, number one, identifying why I'm here. What brought me to spirituality in the first place? What made me go on this path? Remembering that. Hold on to that, y'all. Do not let go. We're forgetting why we came in the first place. And then we get into this space and we're being taken away by all these people who are telling us who we are. We constantly need somebody to show us who we are. Remember, there's something that brought you here. Number one. Number two, find tools to assist you with that. So again, if you came to spirituality because I need peace, I'm so tired of everything being hell all the time, then my tools I'm going to look for are going to look like peace. If I came for self-love, then I'm going to the crystal store for self-love. I'm using my candles to create self-love rituals. I'm going to my ancestors to teach me more about them so I can love me more. Everything is going to kind of look like that. It doesn't have to stay that. Hear me clearly. But you came initially for a reason. In your ascension process, that shit will change. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. As you ascend through this process, you'll initially come for one thing, and then you're going to realize, oh, this part of me needs to be healed too. Oh, that part might be a little bit broken. Oh, I do need some shadow work classes. Oh, I do need a community of people that's going to help support me. That'll come with the process. But y'all are staying stuck at number one because you've forgotten what you came here for in the first place. So your crystals ain't doing shit for you. Your candles ain't doing nothing for you. Your sage ain't doing nothing for you. Some of y'all have amazing intuitive gifts. Like y'all are true. You tap into, you see the spirits walking around you with ease and things like that. But you're also terrorized by yourself. Y'all are scared of the spirits that you can physically see because you're clairvoyant. But you're scared of you. You don't trust you. So you haven't even done the healing work and assigned tools like a therapist. Stop being afraid of therapy, y'all. Stop being afraid of therapy. Some of y'all need it so badly. It just makes me sad. I get sad when I do some of these free consultations with y'all, and I see the level of therapy that needs to be done, and y'all are like, I don't really feel like I need it. Yes, the fuck you do. You started crying the moment that we talked. Your pain is at the top of your skin. All somebody gonna do is rub you a little bit and you snap every time. Every time one little thing happens in your life, you're falling apart. Therapy is going to help that stop happening. You don't have to be conditioned by your pain. Now, when you get touched, you don't respond anymore if you can get the therapy. Y'all gotta, come on now. Stop being scared of therapy. Hire the life coach. Take the classes. Get the crystals. Get the sage. Go outside. Do the sunbathing. Y'all asses are sitting in the sun and walking back depressed and can't figure out why, because it's not, that's not the actual problem. You're not healed. You're walking back into the house with your broken childhood. You're not doing the inner child work. And you're not willing to invest. Y'all have, I've seen I do it. Man, when I started counting how much money I spent on something like food or something that, I probably could have cooked at home and things like that, I realized how much money I can invest in myself to make myself better. Look at your bank account. See where your money is going. If you can afford $25 a month, you could come to Smile where you can learn to master yourself. Trent said, I started infusing my water with clarity before tense conversations, and it changed the way that I speak in that space. Come through, Trent. Quita said, people look at me so weird just because I don't react to the BS. Honey, I'm a spiritualist, and then they hate, girl, and that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. People play their part, honey. They're going to play their part. That's the beautiful part about spirituality, is understanding I am that I am. You are that you are. How you choose to respond is your choice. People like to say people make me mad. I didn't make you do a damn thing. You chose mad. Mad is the choice you made for a response to me. I made you sad. I didn't make you sad. You chose sadness as the response to me. That I don't have to choose anger when you say some shit to me. I don't have to, and I'm unwilling to give over my power to you. Will I get mad? Yes, but I know I chose it and I'm going to use it appropriately. My anger is going to be for my anger. Not that you made me. I chose it. Tori said, yes, they do. Yep. So that was number 2. Finding the tools. I really want to see my people. And everybody, as this year ends, there's going to be a beautiful buildup for Smile. Y'all are going to start seeing the beautiful women that I've hired to be life coaches who are, man, they're doing their videos. We're going to have 8-week coaching programs with them. One of them sent me her video today and brought me to tears because Spirit is bringing my vision to life through them. Like Spirit just kind of transported what I know I needed for Smile, for you all out here in these streets, and put it in them. Oh my God. We're going to create beautiful spaces for people to show up to have the tools necessary to heal. Stop running from your healing and then pointing your fingers at everybody else in the world like they doing something wrong to you. They caused the damn problem. These folks didn't cause your problem. You made a decision. You made a decision to buy something that you didn't even need, that wasn't going to help you on your spiritual journey, that wasn't going to help you heal your inner child, that wasn't going to do nothing but either feed you or give your money to somebody else who is milking you, and you're blaming them. They always need my money. Somebody always asking me for money. You don't have to give people shit. How is it that you are having to give people something that belongs to you? You're making a choice. Be responsible for yourselves. Be authentically you. Be true to who you are. I didn't have to do that. I just thought it was the nice thing to do. Fuck that. The nice thing to do is to take care of yourself so that you know how to support people in better ways, so you can teach them how to keep money in their own damn pocket. I'm just saying. Yes, it's good to help people, but damn, y'all are letting people use you. There's a difference. So yes, there's going to be a big build up to this space come starting in February 2022, where we're going to have y'all connected at some of our events before we even get to that point, so you can start doing better. Right, that's the character. Yes, girl. Yes, so number 2 is finding your tools. Finding your tools. What tools do you need? Is it an air element that you need? Is it an earth element that you need? Is it water? Is it fire? Is it ancestry work? Is it, what is it? But use your tools wisely. And number 3 is applying this work. Applying it. Stop reacting to life. Stop reacting to every fucking thing that pops up. Think about it. Find your center. Use the breath. Prana is everything. Life force energy is everything. When you can find that center, you find life force, and you see how much power you have over everything. You have power over everything. You get to create this life that you deserve and that you desire, but it will only come from your spiritual practice. Tori said guilty. That's all right. That's what we're learning, right? That's what we're learning. So I just wanted to get out here because, I usually just do a live once a week, but this has been a heavy question all week long about how do I have a spiritual practice? I really expected more people to be on this live, but they'll come back and watch later. But this is to answer the question. How do you have a spiritual practice? If you need that support, if you need an accountability partner, that's what I'm here for as a life coach, a spiritual life empowerment coach. I'm here to empower your spiritual life, whether it's going to be through healing some of your shadows, whether it's going to be through helping you discover your vision. All the work that I do is going to incorporate your spirituality so that you can have a genuine practice in your healing process. That's my website, authenticallyyourexpressions.com. You can click on that website, do a free consultation. If you don't want to do it there, you can send me a DM, inbox me, send me a message. I'm always, every single day, doing a free consultation to helping people get started on their journey. Not a problem. But stop living this life of lostness. You don't have to be lost. Spirit is always present, is ever present, and willing to be a support, willing to be love, willing to be whatever the hell it is you need. Sequoia said message. Glad I caught this video. Been feeling stuck lately, and you can reach out to me too, Sequoia. Yeah. So let's get to practice for real. Like for real practice. Not wait till tomorrow morning. When you get off of this live, go get your journal and write down. People ask me all the time, well, I don't know what to say in my journal. Whatever, it's your journal. You say whatever the hell you want to. Start the journal by saying, I don't know what to say. Sometimes I feel so lost. I feel so stuck. I feel like it'll start kind of coming out. I started feeling this way back when X, Y, and Z happened. I don't know what's the next move in my life. I know some of the things I like to do is X, Y, and Z. And sometimes I feel like I just can't get away from my kids, or I can't get away from that. Allow it to flow. Just talk. Your journal doesn't have to look like some form of prompt every single time. It doesn't have to look like somebody asked you a question and you're answering it. No. Talk. Talk to the journal like it's a part of yourself, your higher self. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? I need help. You don't need an answer right then. You just need to begin. and let it flow and do it on a daily basis. Okay? All right, my darlings, I hope that really helped. I will be posting this to my YouTube channel. I hope y'all are following my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to share my YouTube channel after I get off of here, and hopefully we get some more followers there, because I kind of fell off a little bit. And with Facebook, I don't, somebody's going, whoever does lives, and y'all see this live, tell me what this new setup is with Facebook, because I don't see where the chat is at all, and that hurts my feelings, because I miss seeing my chat. So tell me where the chat is now that Facebook did, because it's some, oh, I see. What kind of shit is this? I see the chat now, but they put it under my video. If I'm looking at the chat on here, I can't see me. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to figure out something. Look, I like looking at me too. Shit. All right, my darlings. So yeah, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Make sure you're following my YouTube channel. I love y'all so much. I love you dearly. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. And let me know if you need any help. Peace and blessings all. Good night.